welcome back. We have with us now a group of 4 people. We'll be talking about the youth gang violence problem. We selected this time because we know a lot of young people are home from school. It's Easter vacation, and it was the hopes of Mr. David Sanchez, rather Dr. David Sanchez, that our message reached those young people and that some lives will be saved. And I'm going to have our panelists introduce themselves to you. All of them have been working with the East LA Youth Project, which Dr. David Sanchez is involved in. He is a coordinator of the program. And we'll begin with this gentleman to my far right. If you could have your name.
My name is Mark Partida, youth gang worker.
Okay, this gentleman.
Teen gang member.
My name is Ruben Lozano. I'm an activity director at the Modern Park Boys Club.
Okay. And of course, Dr. David Sanchez is back. We had, I felt, a very good program yesterday, David. Perhaps you could recap some of the things we talked about in terms of the causes for the youth gang violence problem, particularly on the east side or in our Hispanic communities.
Well, I guess there's many causes or many reinforcements that push a young person to actually go out and commit violence. And what we're saying is for young people to understand if they go out and commit violence, it's because something pushed them or something made them do it, and to understand what's making them go out there and do those wrong things. And to do something about those things so people won't go out there and do wrong.
Now, Ruben, you worked with youth gang members. Were you yourself ever involved in a gang?
I was influenced. I was never from a gang. I had a lot of friends who were gang members at the time, and they ran around doing their own thing and getting into trouble. And you know, I've been involved in that stuff, and it leads you nowhere, really.
Now, yesterday, Dr. Sanchez said something like 500 young people were killed
Over a 5-year period.
Over a 5-year period due to gang-related incidents. Have any of your friends or acquaintances died because of some type of gang violence?
Several of my friends have died due to gang-related activity and incidents. It's tragic, you know, and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. You know, it's something we go through once in our lifetime, you know, and I really wouldn't suggest or, you know, even to be around it. I think there's a lot more worthwhile things to do than, you know, bum around, but a lot has to do with our community and our environment. What type of projects and different types of activities are funded by our communities to help our youth.
Is it hard for a youngster to get a job if he lives in what you would call the barrio or in a Hispanic area?
No, not really, Alicia. If he is really determined and really wants a job and has enthusiasm, it is very simple for him to get that job. It just takes enthusiasm, and it's very simple.
Does everyone agree with that, or?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Because I've been trying for a long time to find a job, and a lot of people just judge me because the way I look, and the way I dress, and they say, I'll call you, you don't call us, and I never do receive no phone call. So mostly, I don't think it's not that easy. I know by experience too.
It's not that easy not to be, after going through so much, not to be bitter. And what we're trying to let a lot of young people, okay, you've seen a lot in the past, but, you know, don't be bitter. You learn to smile, you know. A lot of people, they go see about jobs, and they walk in to see about a job, and they're like this. Or they walk in to see about a job, and they have a frown. And the thing is that we're trying to tell people that at least learn how to smile, and that will open up your world a little bit.
What about the role of the schools in the gang violence problem? Do they make it worse in that a lot of the young people really are push-outs and they end up on the streets and then they become gang members?
Well, at school there's a lot of different barriers that distract a youth away. A lot has to do with maybe different types of population with, you know, among races and stuff. There's mainly, I feel that a lot of the due to people going into gang violence is a lot of home problems. A father who was never at home, never paying attention to the problems that go within the family. That has a lot to do with it.
Do you have any opinion on that?
Yes, the school is there to contribute. It's the individual that wants to take the benefits and provide for himself. Like this man disagreed with me here, and he's talking of a certain dress code. If he really wants that job, he may wear a tie, he may wear a vest. It's the attitude he's going to take in getting that job. It's the individual. It's not the school system. It's the individual.
Well, it's so hard. It's the individual, but psychology tells us that it's between the ages of 1 and 10 our attitudes are developed, and it's hard for a kid who's 9 years old to leave and make an individual decision to leave his environment. So a 9-year-old can't leave his environment. That environment is conditioning him and nurturing him and making him negative. And so many of these young people are really trapped within their own environment, and it's hard for them to get out of their own environment.
Let me ask you this. There's a great deal of talk about gun control because of the recent assassination attempt on the president. And, of course, many of these youngsters that we're talking about that have died in gang-related violence have been shot to death or stabbed. Would that help in any way, I wonder, in the neighborhoods if it was much harder to get a hold of a gun, or would it make no difference, do you think?
Yeah, well, like my days, like when I used to run around in the 60s, there wasn't that many guns. Wasn't easy to get. You can get them now.
It's easier today to get a gun than it was.
Everybody has a gun nowadays.
Well, what's involved in getting a gun? Do you buy it in the black market? I mean,
Anybody could buy a gun.
you don't need a license, or you don't have to
You have to be
register?
18.
Just 18?
When you're buying a gun on the street, you really don't purchase a license. It's really under the table, and you know, you grab it.
Is that how most of the kids get them, or do they steal them from somebody else?
I would say a high percentage would be just buying them from whoever has it, you know.
Is that part of the problem, too, is the easy availability of guns, also
Not just guns,
drugs and liquor?
but toy guns. You know, a lot of kids grow up with toy guns, and I tell parents, don't give your kids toy guns because they think it's a game, but it's not a game. A lot of kids don't realize they can really hurt somebody with one of those things. They can. I got a little scar right here when I was about 11 years old. I got hit with some kid hit me with a 2x4. He thought it was a joke. Hey, it could bust my head
Well,
open.
they see the Three Stooges popping each other in the head. Nobody gets hurt in the
Yeah, why
comedy.
not, you know.
And some of that does wear off, I'm sure. Do you expect that we'll see more violence this summer than we have previously?
I hope not. It's been leveling off. I think more and more young people are starting to realize that violence is not worth it.
We were talking yesterday about looks or dirty looks and how this would provoke some kind of a fight, and also how being from one neighborhood was a problem if you walked into somebody else's turf. Is that widespread throughout the community?
Definitely.
It is.
In East Los Angeles, that I know of, there's at least between 50 to 60 gangs. And in East Los Angeles, I would say there's at least 30 gangs that separate each other between 4 or 5 block radius.
Are these like family feuds that we're seeing then, almost?
Feuds that have gone on years. Before my time, my grandparents have sat down and talked to me. I mean, it's gone on for a long time.
Yeah, but they don't make no sense. See that? After a while, it's not worth it. You die, and a couple years later, or a year later, after you die, they forget about you.
Well, I don't think he was trying to justify it. He was just explaining. We have to take a break. When we come back, we'll have some other panelists join us, so please stay tuned.
Hi, this is Mike Davis with a message.